So, there's a saying in streaming that streaming is 90% troubleshooting and 10% actual streaming. This video is the personification of that. My God. This thing aired at 3 o'clock today, right? I am now finally, after 6.5 hours of troubleshooting, finally filming this. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. A few days ago, back on Friday, I recorded a bunch of Spectre of Torment videos. If you look at how my computer is now, compared to how it was when I recorded those videos, it's night and day. I have no idea how the fuck I managed to pull off recording all of those videos, because I got a bunch. And I have no idea how I'm going to record the rest of those, because with what I'm dealing with right now, I have tried to record this earlier when it first aired. I could not get my computer working. Nothing was working. I booted it off, waited a while, booted it back up, and was like, oh, I'll try video again. I got about 5 minutes into doing video. Everything broke. The video wasn't working. Nothing was working. I use OBS. OBS wasn't working. So it was like, what the? Fuck it. Just fuck it. So now I'm coming to you this in podcast form. Minimal editing, no related pictures. I just pulled up some random article about what was talked about, and we're going to talk about that shit. Because I want to get my thoughts out on some of this stuff, but I don't care anymore. I am about to break my goddamn computer. My fucking God, I'm dying. Let's get started. And hopefully you can't hear the noise, but I can. And it's testing my patience. Oh boy, is it testing my patience. So, the Direct was a little different than previous ones. It was broken up into these was it highlights? Where they basically broke the Direct up into 4 segments. The first segment was about 3DS. The second segment was about ARMS. The third segment was about Switch. And the fourth segment was about Splatoon. But I'm just going to break this video up into 3DS and Switch. So, with all my rants and insanity, let's just start. So, they started off with Hey Pikmin. It's the Pikmin game we saw about was it a year ago now? No, was it? When was that? I know they talked about it was that that must have been in December or whatnot, when they talked about it. And it was like, oh, we're getting a Pikmin game in spring. It has been pushed back. It's that 2D platformer. I know some people are really not happy about it. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. I like Pikmin a lot. And while this is a sad change for the series, because this is made by the people who did Yoshi's New Island, and Yoshi's New Island was endless trash. So, yeah, I don't have any hopes for it. It got a July 28th release date. But the thing that I really do like is they announced a Pikmin amiibo. It's got 5 different types of Pikmin. It doesn't have the purple and white Pikmin, which does make me sad. Especially because I've been playing through Pikmin 2, and Pikmin 2, while not as good as 1 and 3, I still am enjoying it. And yeah, I'm actually more excited for that amiibo than I am, the actual game itself. And there's some more amiibo stuff, and we'll get to that. Next, we got Kirby's 25th anniversary, which, yeah, okay, it's Kirby. I've said before I like Kirby. It wasn't always my thing, but in recent years I've warmed up to him. We got remember that bonus game in Planet Robobot where it was the 3D, it took place in a 3D world? They're making a full game on that with 25 levels. That's pretty cool. They're doing this deluxe battle game that came out today, which I swear came out a while ago. Maybe that was just in Japan, but I swear I've seen this before, and not just in Triple Deluxe. In its own game, as its own thing. I could just be missing something. And they also announced that, oh, we're working on something else special for 3DS that'll come out this holiday season. Something multiplayer related. I don't really know, but if it's Kirby, I'm excited for it either way. I don't care about the other two games they really announced, even though it is cool to see the 3D one get the expansion, because it desperately needed that. Next up, Miitopia. It's basically a Mii-based RPG. Didn't they talk about this a while ago? Because I had heard about Miitopia. I knew nothing about it. I really don't care about it. Okay, I guess it's a little... It's got its quirkiness, kind of like Tomodachi Life, which I like Tomodachi Life only because of how quirky it was. And while this does seem to be a little bit quirky, it doesn't really get my interest. It reminded me a lot of that King's game from Street Pass, you know, where you have to battle through, because it's an RPG, and it'll probably be fine. I just don't have much interest in it. We saw some more of Ever Oasis for the first time since E3. I think I've said before, Ever Oasis looks fine, it'll probably be fine. It's not really my type of game. I do like the character design a lot, but other than that, I couldn't really be bothered about it. We got some more Fire Emblem Echoes, which I am excited for. Yeah, I did talk about the Fire Emblem Direct. Fire Emblem Echoes looks really cool. I don't know if I'll pick it up, because I never beat because in Fates, I beat Birthright, but I never beat Conquest. So I really should go back, beat Conquest, and then I'll pick up Echoes. That's in just a few weeks, though. So yeah, but if you've already done all that stuff and you're excited, more power to you. I am still excited, even though I'm probably not picking it up when it launches. We got Bye Bye Box Boy, which is the third sequel. I actually when they announced the second Box Boy back at E3 last year, I was actually kind of curious, and they had the first one on sale for like $1 or $2. So I picked up the first one, and I actually had a lot of fun with it. I should really pick up the second one. But yeah, the third one, I am sad, because in Japan, they did do a Box Boy amiibo. And we aren't getting that here in America, which kinda sucks. But, whatever. It's a fun series. It's very simplistic. I don't think the games were that expensive. They're fun little eShop titles. I'll probably pick them up sooner or later. We had Monster Hunter Stories, which is a Monster Hunter... Monster Hunter's an RPG, right? I don't know that much about Monster Hunter. It's not really... I've played one of them with a friend. It's just not... Again, it's not my style of game. I couldn't really get into it. But I see why people love it. There is a lot there. And there's a lot of time you can sink into that game. So this is... Oh, boom, another one. Stories. Okay, cool, right? More power to you. This is the one with all the amiibo, if I'm correct. Because I've seen a bunch of amiibo, like on... Right, pictures of them floating around, and I'm pretty sure these are them, and this is the game it relates back to. I'm not 1000% sure, but either way, it's whatever, right? They didn't announce any of the amiibo to the States, so yeah. Not like I really care that much about amiibo anyways. We'll get to it. So next we got Yokai Watch. Basically, you know how like Pokemon does like Diamond, Pearl, and then they have the third version, Platinum? Yokai's getting a third version. It's Psychic Spectre or something like that. It's, you know, I always meant to pick up a Yokai game. I've seen some of the show. It's okay, honestly. But I don't know. I mean, like, it's this huge craze in Japan from what I've heard. So there must be something there that's working with the games. Maybe one day. Maybe I'll go back and pick up the first one and see how I like it. I don't know. I don't have any plans in the immediate future. We got some NIS America games. Again, I don't really care. The RPG Maker is coming to 3DS, which caught me off guard at first, but I mean, like, I guess I can see it. And then Amiibo, okay? This was grouped together at the end of the 3DS one. So they're doing More Legend of Zelda amiibo. We're getting a Majora's Mask, a Twilight Princess, and a Skyward Sword. These are coming out in June. I may pick them up. I don't know. Because I have the others Legend of Zelda amiibo. But, as you know, amiibo have gone up in price. I don't know why. Quality hasn't really changed that much. I mean, like, the other Zelda amiibo were the $13.99, and this quality doesn't seem to be much different, because these are all basically Link again. I especially don't care for the Twilight Princess one. The only one I'd probably be really interested in is Majora's Mask. Just because I get, if the data miners are correct, that's probably going to give you the Fierce Deity costume, which would be really cool. But yeah, I just don't care. It's just, now that because I thought we suffered through amiibo rarity, so that way they could be cheaper. But now, I guess that because they're no longer rare, Nintendo's raising the price, because, you know, consumer first, you gotta take all their money. It annoys me, because I'm basically done with amiibo. And on top of that, guess what? The Smash Bros. Amiibos. Corrin, Cloud, and Bayonetta got a release date, July 21st, and they're doing both you can get male or female Corrin. You can get the Cloud costume from Final Fantasy VII, and the one from the other thing. And then you can get Bayonetta 1 costume and Bayonetta 2 costume. That's really cool. But, now that amiibos are more expensive, I'll probably I don't care for the Cloud. The Corrin ones I'd like to have both of, and the Bayonettas I wouldn't have a problem having both of as well. But I'm going to get one of each, but it just, now that amiibos are more expensive, I can't afford them anymore. Especially because the Switch is gouging all my money left and right. And, well, I just spent a bunch of money, because I finally found the NES Classic. You know, that rant that I've done like twice now? Well, I found it. Fuck Nintendo still, but I found it, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, no, I'll probably pick up the female Corrin and Bayonetta and Cloud, hopefully, because they shouldn't be rare. We've dealt with amiibo's rarity, and now that they've gone up in price, they have no excuse to be rare anymore. Even though I hear the Breath of the Wild amiibos are pretty rare, I honestly haven't looked for them, because again, I don't care. The only reason I'm picking up Cloud, Corrin, and Bayonetta is because because then I'm done with the Smash Bros. Collection for a while. Right? So now let's talk about Switch. Of course, this is what we all came for, the Switch. The Switch has gotten to a point, I've beaten Breath of the Wild, I've beaten Shovel Knight 6+ times. Just on the Switch alone, not including speedruns. I've beaten Snake Pass, I've beaten, Snipper Clips. The only game I still am working on right now, unless I'm forgetting something, is, Binding of Isaac, right? Which is one of those games you put like 100+ hours into. So that'll last me for a while. But I'm really interested to see, because I want to fill in this gap of right now that I'm having with Switch. Because I'm not picking up Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's cool, but I just don't. Battle mode is not as enticing as it is to me as like Josh Thomas, who is super excited for it, I know. Right? It's just, I don't care as much about battle mode. And the stuff that's there, I already have on the Wii U version. So it's not as enticing. Maybe I'll pick it up on sale one day, but that day is not today. So let's talk about ARMS. ARMS is the one that I was the most looking forward to. Because I'm already sold on Splatoon 2. I love Splatoon, right? I loved the Global Test Fire. So I was excited to see what ARMS had to offer, because it has the most to prove. It's the one I'm very interested in, but it hasn't sold me yet. And that continues. While I liked what they showed, I think it's one of those games that will sell itself based on what you play of it. Because just watching them like punch around and whatnot, it wasn't really that interesting. But I feel like if I could play it, if I could feel the motion, I'd like it. They announced a new character. What was her name? Min Min? She has ramen arms. Like, seriously, look how creative that is. That's so dumb, but I like it. One of her arms can turn into a dragon. It's so dumb, but I'm down for it. There's a lot of stuff I like in ARMS, but there's nothing that's gotten, like, there's no push that's been like, yeah, I'm definitely buying this. I'm really hoping they do like a demo or something that just pushes me over the edge and convinces me this is worth it. This is worth buying this game. They talked about a 4-player mode, which is cool, I guess. When ARMS releases, they're releasing yellow Joy-Cons, which I am excited we're getting new colors, but why yellow? Yellow is my least favorite color, so yeah, no, oh god, I don't care about these at all. And then they talked about Joy-Con battery packs, right? They all talked about this with ARMS. Why do you need Joy-Con battery packs? I mean, like, don't the charge, like, last 20 hours? You should be fine. I mean, like, I've never had to actually go out of my way to charge a Joy-Con, except for when the thing broke first. When the Switch first launched, one of my Joy-Cons was, like, half charged. The other one was completely dead. It was pretty annoying, actually. But, right, I haven't had to go out of my way to do that. The other thing that they announced for ARMS, we saw after it came out, right? People were looking at images, and they brightened up the picture and found 4 more characters, like little, just like face shots. Which, okay, that's cool, because I was really hoping we were, like, Min, I like, but I was hoping for more. And I hope, right now our current roster is up to 10 with these 4 additional characters. I hope there's more. I think I've said this before, but I want the guy with DNA arms, because we've seen it in the test tube in that one level. There better be a playable character with DNA arms, or I'm going to be severely disappointed. But only time will tell. The game got I think it was a June release date. I was expecting May, but June isn't a problem, right? Because I guess they want to put some time between Mario Kart 8, and the Switch is doing a good enough job at spacing out games, right? Then I'm going to talk about Splatoon next. We have Salmon Run. This is their new mode. It's basically like Horde mode that you'd see in, I don't know, Destiny, Call of Duty, a game like that. I think Garden Warfare, because I know that had a Horde mode. I don't inherently have a problem with Horde modes. It's local. It's 4-player co-op. Okay, cool. And it's all based around collecting the salmon eggs from the original Splatoon, right? That you use as currency to upgrade your gear in Octo Valley. You're out to collect these golden eggs. It's cool, I guess, right? It doesn't have as big as appeal as like multiplayer would or the single player would, because they did announce they're going to be doing like I really hope Splatoon and ARMS in the next like 2 or 3 months get their own directs, because they really need them. But they said they're going to keep updated on the Splatoon 2 story, right? So we'll see more as that comes along. It did get a July 21st release date, which, okay. It's a little later than I expected, but we'll probably get a lot during E3, which will be cool. And also, with ARMS coming out in like late July, or late June, isn't that right after E3? So that's probably going to be their last big push. But I really hope they give us a demo like they did with Splatoon, because the Splatoon demo I loved, right? I only played it a few times, but hey, it's already Splatoon. I loved the original Splatoon. You've already sold me on the second one, right? I know it's not doing like a lot of stuff super different, but what's there I really like. But yeah, they also announced some Splatoon amiibo that, from what it looks like, they have, because it's an Inkling boy, an Inkling girl, and a squid. I do like the squid. I like how it's like jumping this time. That's cool. But I already have the Inkling boy and the Inkling girl and the squid amiibo, and these don't really seem to be doing much different. I bet you they'll have the same effect. And yeah, I won't be getting these. I I just don't care enough. And plus, what do? They can save outfits and they unlock like a picture taking mode. Yeah, I don't care enough about that. The only reason I bought the Callie and Marie amiibos was for the true waifu. You better know which one the right one is. Next up, yeah, they talked about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, April 28th. I'm not picking it up. It's just there's not enough there for me, but if there's enough there for you, more power to you. Let's see. We got Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challengers. Okay, Evil Ryu and Violent Ken feel extremely lazy. But whatever, it's Street Fighter 2. People love Street Fighter 2. I loved Street Fighter 2 back in the day. It's great, whatever. I'm still waiting for a Smash Bros. Fighting game. Pocket Rumble would also be really cool. Minecraft. They announced Minecraft on the Nintendo Switch. Well, we already knew about it, but they gave us a release date, May 11th. They said the Mario Mashup Pack's coming back. As I've said before, well, during the January event, I am actually excited for Minecraft on the Switch. I would say the last time I played was SSS Season 2, but that's kind of a lie, because I did try to do a Season 3, and I did show the man, over at Jaded Cinema. I showed him Minecraft, because we were doing a pilot series about gaming, and kind of like Conan's Clueless Gamer, I guess would be the easiest comparison. We do have a pilot episode for that, but that'll go up another day. But we were going to do Minecraft on that, and that ain't happening. Right now we're on hiatus for reasons. But Minecraft on Switch, it's really cool. I'll definitely pick that one up because I want to play it again. I've been binging a lot of Achievement Hunter stuff, and a majority of their stuff is Grand Theft Auto and Minecraft. So yeah, I kind of do want to play the game again. But hey, May 11th, that's a month away. Well, a little less than that. We got we actually got some new footage for Sonic Forces, which I meant to do a video on Sonic Forces and then completely forgot about it. We got some footage of like the old Sonic gameplay. It's, I always said I wasn't really that big of a Sonic fan, but now that I look back on it, I've realized I've played almost every Sonic game except for like 3. So I guess I am actually a pretty big Sonic fan, because I am genuinely excited for Mania, which they did show a little bit of. I don't think anything new. But yeah, Sonic Forces looks cool. We got because they're doing 3 gameplay options: old Sonic, new Sonic, and something else. We know it's not Boom Sonic. And we may have gotten a little teaser of that. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know, only time will tell. I'll probably pick it up, because again, I have played a surprising amount of Sonic games, and I don't know why. We got Project Mekuru, which is basically like a tile smashing game for like a simple $10 eShop game. It's not that bad, I guess. There's really nothing there, but I can't harsh it too much. It's not the worst thing ever. It's just kind of there. Decidua 5 complete. This is there was one game where I was watching it and I was like, this looks a lot like Dynasty Warriors. Was that this game? It wasn't doing anything for me. As I've said before, I don't really like the Dynasty Warriors. Again, I've said that a lot in this video, but it's just not my thing. I mean, Hyrule Warriors was okay. I'll probably pick up Fire Emblem Warriors, but yeah, no, I couldn't be bothered with this. They talked about the Neo Geo games, right? We've got some new games coming. Samurai Showdown 4, or is that? I think that's 4. The King of Fighters, which I have definitely heard of. They talked a little bit about Puyo Puyo Tetris, which is coming out in a month, which I like Tetris. I've been playing, what's that game? It's like Tower. It's basically like Tetris, but with like physics, where you have to like build towers, compete against your friends. I've been playing some of that recently. That's pretty fun. So I don't know. I hear there is a demo going out, so maybe I'll check it out. But I don't know. It's not Puyo, and I'd only check it out really for Puyo Puyo, which Puyo Puyo reminded me a lot of Dr. Mario, weirdly enough. I don't know. Next, we got Monopoly for Switch, which, okay, so I was watching the Direct. My brother loves Monopoly. He is a huge Monopoly fan. I hate it. Every time me and my family get around to play it, it always ends in disaster, right? Like your typical game of Monopoly. Recently, though, whenever we've played it, he's brought out the X-Bone and hooked it up to our, like, big TV, right? And everyone's gathered around and played on the X-Bone, because we usually do, like, achievement hunter games where we're constantly breaking the rules and whatnot, intentionally or unintentionally, because we have a bunch of house rules. But yeah, so he's been putting up the X-Bone down here, and moving the X-Bone is a pain in the ass. But moving the Switch isn't a pain in the ass. It's actually, I've moved the Switch around, dock and all, multiple times. I mean, like, it's a portable console, right? The portable aspect's really easy. But the dock is also really easy to move. And that's because it's so small, right? They did also announce that, oh, we're selling more docks, right? They're selling additional docks, which if they weren't $90, maybe I'd consider it. But they're also doing a limited run of the docks, which, yeah, if the Switch is already limited, so if they're doing a limited run of docks, these things are going to be rare as hell. Or maybe not rare at all, because I thought, people has always told me, oh, the Switch Pro controller is actually really rare. If you saw on my Twitter, I posted a few days ago of, like, a picture of NES Classic carrying cases. That was at a Target. While I was there, they must have had, like, 3 Pro controllers and a bunch of Joy-Cons. So maybe it's just where I live, but they're not as rare as I had heard. Next up, we got Rayman Legends. I like 2D platformers, but I could not get into the Rayman franchise. It's just not my style of game. Honestly, Rayman Legends was a fine, whatever game was on the Wii U was a fine game. It's just, I don't have as much energy for it as I do something like Shovel Knight or Mabibli's Quest. We got a THQ Nordic game. It's a shoot 'em up, right? Which, oh gosh, I've been playing, right? Because now I have an NES Classic. I've been playing all the games on it, and there's that one shoot 'em up on it. I'm not very good at that shoot 'em up. Honestly, I've not played a lot of those NES games in a long time. I am not very good at a lot of them. The only one I still actually have, well, besides for Mario, the only one I still have a lot of skill in is Punch-Out. I'm still really good at Punch-Out. Not, like, the greatest, but I can hold. So it's been a while, and I'm still doing fairly well. They announced Payday 2, which, aren't they working on Payday 3? Whatever. The last time I played Payday 2 was with some friends back in high school. I haven't played it in a long time. It is a really fun game. If you haven't played it before, somehow, because again, I swear this game's been out for like a decade. Probably not, but definitely I do recommend it. I do recommend picking it up, especially if you have friends who are picking it up. It is worth it. It can be a very fun game. They announced Namco Museum, which has the classic. It's a Namco museum, right? It's got Pac-Man, it's got your Galaga, it's got your Splatterhouse, and a bunch of others. Dig Dug, which I love Dig Dug, one of my favorites from back in the arcade. But I probably won't be picking this up, if only because I swear I've bought these same games like 20 times at this point. I have like a Namco like Game Boy game that has Pac-Man, Dig Dug, and a few others. Mappy was also one of my favorites. And that still does its job fine. Namco Museum, well, yeah, it's cool for all you Super Namco fans. Yeah, no, I don't care. Faith Extella, the Umbrella Star? I don't even know what this, I don't even remember what this was. Let's see here. Featuring playable characters from multiplayer Fate Productions across the distinct narrative. Yeah, nope. I do not remember this at all. And yeah, that was the direct. It was okay. Again, I really wish they had that thing that hooked me for ARMS, right? Because I still really want to like ARMS, but it's just, there's nothing that's hooked me yet, and I hope that comes sooner rather than later. Other than that, everything else, it was cool. I'm glad we got a Minecraft release date. I'm glad they finally showed off the Smash Bros. Amiibo. I'm glad they're doing the whole male, female Corrin, the 2 forms of Bayonetta, the 2 forms of Cloud. That's a really cool, nice change. That hopefully does mean that we're getting Smash Bros. On Switch sooner rather than later. Because let's be honest here, it has to happen sooner rather than later. Probably this E3... No, it has to be E3. What am I saying? It'll probably come out in maybe fall, holiday season, sometime around there. Hopefully before, the sooner the better, but I'm expecting it like in like the end of October, and then Odyssey would be in November. I am sad we didn't get anything on the Virtual Console, but I also didn't expect anything on the Virtual Console. I am disappointed we didn't get anything about the online, because Mario Kart 8 launches in less than like a month. And that's when the online is kind of going to be important for. And I really hope they do. Like, right before E3, we get, like, a direct that's specifically talking about online, how it works, how much it's going to cost. I hope we get that soon, like, in May. But who knows at this point. Yeah, but yeah, that's... Wow, 30 minutes. This is almost as long as the actual direct itself. If I was going on with the clips, I probably would have spent less time on it. But yeah, hey, this is podcast format for you. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned. I should have the next Rick and Morty out tomorrow, hopefully, assuming this hunk of junk will work. God damn it. But yeah, no, hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.